Hola alumnos, ahora vamos a estudiar los verbos saber y conocer. La información para esta lección está en la página 108 y la página 109. So, looking at the verbs saber and conocer, they both mean to know. However, each verb means to know something different. So, when we are talking about the verb saber, although it also means to know, it specifically means to know information or to know how to do something. Contrarily, the verb conocer, although meaning to know, specifically means to be acquainted with a person, a place, or a thing. Muy bien. When we are using the verb conocer, it's very important to know that if the direct object is a person or persons, we need to be sure that we use what is called la a personal, the personal a. Por ejemplo, ¿conoces a mi hermano Juan? Do you know my brother Juan? In this sentence, or in this question, we're asking, do you know Juan? Juan being our direct object. Since Juan is a person, we use the preposition a. In our answer, we would say, sí, conozco a Juan. Because in our answer, we also have Juan as our direct object. Juan being a person, we use the personal a. Muy bien. So, once again, saber, to know information or to know how to do something. Conocer, to be acquainted with a person, place, or thing. What I would like for you to do is to complete activity 31, 3-31, that's in your book, and press pause on this video. When you have completed the activity, you are going to have a list of topics, items, nouns that would be utilized with the verb saber, and then other ones with the verb conocer, depending on the context. So press pause, and when you press play again, we're going to review which items fall under the verb saber or the ones that fall under the verb conocer. So I'll wait. Wonderful. So you've had an opportunity to complete the activity 3-31. Let's review which items fall under the category for the verb saber. The first one, jugar al tenis. We are going to use jugar al tenis with the verb saber because we are indicating that we know how to play tennis. Another one for saber is andar en bicicleta. We are talking about being able to ride a bike. We know how to do that activity. Additionally, bailar vallenato. We are saying we know how to dance the dance vallenato. So it's talking about how to do it. And finally, hablar español. We know how to speak Spanish. Excelente. Well, for that reason, all of the other ones would fall under conocer. So let's see why. We would use the verb conocer when we are using Juan Valdez because Juan Valdez is a person. We are saying we are acquainted with that person. We know him. Gabriel Garcia Marquez. We are going to use the verb conocer with this noun because it is also a person. Remember, when you're using the verb conocer, the person being your direct object, you are also going to use the preposition a. Cali. We use conocer with Cali because Cali is a city. We are saying we are acquainted with that place. Barranquilla. Barranquilla also being a city, we will use conocer because we're saying we are acquainted with that place. Mi amigo José Alfredo. We are using conocer with this phrase because José Alfredo, mi amigo, is a person. We are acquainted with that person. And we're also going to use the preposition a. Cartagena. Cartagena being a city, we are going to use conocer because we are familiar with that place. Fernando Botero. Fernando Botero being a person, since we are familiar with him, we will use the verb conocer and the preposition a. And finally, el arte de Botero. We are indicating the fact that we are acquainted with his art. We know his style of art. Because we are familiar with his art, we are going to use the preposition a. I mean, not preposition a, excuse me, but we will use the verb conocer. Fantástico. So make sure you go back and review when to use saber and when to use the verb conocer. And until next time, nos vemos.